Welcome
to Shambashape, Uganda.
We are traveling all over Uganda to find hardworking farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need
to make their farms more productive and adapt to climate change.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income.
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice and turn their farms around into a profitable business
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experience
on the Shambashape, Uganda.
Put it up.
Mama, they're coming.
Meet Titus Kazibwe, a 22-year-old hardworking young man. He lives in their family home with his mom Prossy, dad Michael, and his siblings. They live on this 10-acre Shamba in Busede sub-county in Bugobia parish, Namazala village.
Titus Kazibwe is my name. I'm a graduate, Bachelor of Business Administration with a major in accounting. Currently, I'm pursuing my CPA course. During the lockdown, a lot of things happened. It was a whole mess in the country. Everybody was crying to the government for food, for help, and the government didn't have the help for all of us. So that opened my eyes and my mind to agriculture. I had to embrace agriculture, and I'm actively involved of all the farming on this farm.
My name is Kazibwe Michael. I'm a teacher by profession and a farmer by passion. We are doing farming as a business, basically to supplement our income and to show our children and ourselves that agriculture is paying. We started with 1 cow. We now have 12 from proceeds from the farm. We have bought more land and planted bananas.
When I sell bananas, we earn money. We share the work here, and on the side of the animals, we sell milk, we earn money.
Now, how does Titus come in the mix? Naturally, we have to age. And secondly, we have to mentor and train. And we have to protect and maintain our legacy. Titus is in the mix because I want him to continue with the legacy. And he's a graduate right now. But it doesn't pay you to look for a job when there is a job at home. Agriculture is a sure way of steady income.
Next, this is my...
Hey, Probisha.
Hey, Agi.
Yes. What's up? What's going on?
Oh, Muse.
Yes, please.
What do you grow on this farm?
We have bananas, we have cocoa, we have coffee, and food crops.
And what challenges are you having with all this that you have on your farm?
The whole thing is we have got manure here, but our greatest problem is that the branches we get from the bananas, too small.
During drought season,
Yes.
we are facing the problem of the water we are having. It is not enough for us, so it needs irrigation. Though the irrigation we are using, it is very tiresome.
Zay, do you have any challenges with the cows, like the breeding and all that?
Yes, the breeding has been a problem because my cows have taken long getting on heat. You know, they dictated a long time ago. If I can get some other vet to come and give me ideas on how to do it, it is going to be wonderful. Because our cows are good milkers. But we don't want to lose that milk itself. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Mzee,
Hey.
I heard somewhere
Yes.
that you're a teacher
Yes,
and
I
that
am.
you are mentoring somebody on this farm.
Yes, I am.
Who are you mentoring?
The children.
Eh?
Yes.
To be farm manager?
Not just farm managers, but co-owners of the farm. Because the farm manager may be employed and go away.
True.
But the owner doesn't.
The very
So I
true.
want them to be shareholders.
So, Mr. and Mrs. Kazibwe,
Yes, please.
you don't have to worry about all these challenges we've had because we don't come alone.
Yes.
We come with experts.
Yes.
And we know for sure that by the end of the day or the show, you will know exactly how to handle some of these challenges.
I think you'll be the best friends I've ever made in this century.
The best friend.
Yes.
Yes. Afrodisha, enough. Please, let's go.
Yes.
We've got work to do.
I'm grateful.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
This way.
So this is the cow shed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Aggie, so it's time to get busy.
Yes,
So I'm going to go into the banana
No,
plantation.
don't even think about it, Frobisha. It is known all over the world that women and strong young youth know how to handle matoke.
What do you mean all over the
Find
world?
out from your elders.
Okay, fine. You
Yes,
go.
I am. I'm going out.
Bananas are an important source of income for the Kazibwe family, but recently they have noticed that they are harvesting fewer bunches and the sizes are much smaller. They have asked for our help and we have invited Dr. Godfrey Seruwu from National Agricultural Research Organization to help us sort out this problem.
So, Mr. Sevaiga, I can see how you've intercropped your cocoa with banana. Why did you plant the cocoa plant in the same hole with the banana?
Is because the banana plant provides the nursing for the cocoa.
Dr. Godfrey, is this the right practice?
Cocoa is a shade-loving plant, but now as the plant grows, it creates competition with the banana. That means one of the two, either the banana or the cocoa, will outcompete the other. So what we could do is you first plant the banana plantation so that it grows to some level. Then between the lines of
The bananas.
you put in the cocoa plants. The banana will have formed a canopy which provides shade. But if you do it this way, you begin seeing the bananas growing on the side, trying to look for light. And this being a tree and the other one having the pseudostem, the cocoa will outcompete the banana. It's good. It's a good plantation, really.
And my God, this is beautiful because we used to do this back home. Doctor, what do you think about this practice?
Yeah, this is a good practice to have trenches within a banana plantation. However, we can improve this. You see, the way they dug the trench, it's all sloping towards this side. That means once the water comes into the trench, it will all flow and settle on the lower side. So what we want is to have water settling all over the trench. We can do that using the tie bands.
What do you mean by tie bands?
Now, as you dig, every 10 feet, you are supposed to leave a piece of soil, width of about 15 centimeters. And here, we are going to use bricks because all the soil has already been dug. But if you are making a new trench, you don't need these bricks. You just leave that piece of soil to form the tie band. It is that piece of soil that prevents all the water from coming. So for you to make sure the water flows to the next chamber, when that chamber gets filled, the excess water flows over to the next chamber. And if that one also gets filled, it flows over until the entire trench has received water. With the tie band, it helps you to make sure that even the first chamber on the upper side retains water.
So Titus, how big is this?
This is 2.8 acres.
2.8 acres is such a big plantation.
Wait a second, Doctor. Why is this so tiny and small?
This could be the effect of the banana weevil.
What do you mean by banana weevils?
Yeah, now banana weevil are tiny insects which attack the banana plant, and they normally affect the pseudostem. And once they attack, the plant becomes weak and it gives you a tiny bunch, just like this one. Now, there are two ways of finding out if the weevils are there. First, we may use the indicator insects, the black ants. If you see black ants digging around the banana plant, it's an indication that there are weevils in there. Those black ants are our friends to help us first to detect, then they feed on the larvae of the weevils. Yeah, so we are going to cut this stem, Mr. Titus, to confirm the presence or absence. Now you can see from the edges here that the weevil is there, but there are not very many. There are so many ways of fighting the weevil. The first one is to get the clean planting material. You can dig suckers from your garden, but you make sure you clean it, a process we call pairing. Pairing is where you clean it very well and remove all the black spots from the comb. Then you can plant. Let's say now at the time of harvesting, you can trap the weevil. How do we do it? After cutting the plant, then you cut part of this pseudostem. So you use this pseudostem to cover. And after maybe 2 days, if they are weevils, they will have come from the bottom to the surface of the pseudostem. Then you just pick them, kill them, or just put them in an insecticide. The two major common insecticides that we use are Dudugard and Rocket. Rocket, you mix 50 mils of the Rocket in 20 liters of water, and then preferably use a watering can and pour around the plant about 1 liter per plant. Yes. Then we have Dudugard. With Dudugard, you measure 200 mils in 20 liters and follow the same process.
Could there be any other causes of the small bunches?
Yeah, apart from the weevils, the soil nutrient status can also lead to having a small bunch.
The heart of a Shamba lies in the soil. Poor soils, poor crops. Simple. We have invited Etiang Joseph, a senior soil researcher from the National Agricultural Research Organization, NARO, to come and help Titus understand ways to improve their soil fertility.
How is the production?
Yes. The production has gone low.
Yes.
Of late.
Yeah.
We no longer get the big bunches that we used to get.
Okay.
And some bananas look sick, and it's really a problem.
Yeah.
Because we are no longer getting the yield as we used to get it in the start.
And I've observed in most of these fields. And if your soil is not fertile,
Yes.
then you will have challenges.
Yes.
The soil is not all that perfect.
I want to understand, what is soil fertility?
The ability of the soil to supply nutrients to the crop. Sufficient nutrients that will be able to improve on the performance of your crop. So if your soil is not able to do that, then it is not fertile.
You're losing, okay.
So, Titus, what are you putting?
Basically, we are using biocillary from the cow dung.
Biocillary alone is not enough to feed our banana plants. And there are certain nutrients that are required in bigger quantities, others in smaller quantities.
How can I tell if my soil is okay?
One of it is you observe your plant, either the coloring that appears on the leaves, either the drying pattern of the leaves. You'll be able to know. For example, if you look at our plants in this garden, there are many things that will show you that the potassium is insufficient. When the drying starts at the edges of the leaves, that crop is trying to tell you that I need more of the potassium. There is what we call the major nutrients. Those are the nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Those are the...
Mr. Etiang went on to explain that nitrogen, N, is important for leaf and stem growth. It helps the plant trap sunlight and make its own food. Phosphorus, P, helps with early root formation and growth. Potassium K helps fruits form and mature. It improves fruit quality and reduces diseases. So how can you tell that the soil is lacking, apart from this side?
Apart from observation,
Yes.
soil testing is another way you can know that the nutrients in my soil is not sufficient to keep the crop growing. Titus were able to test your soils, and these are the results of the soil testing. And these results reveal that the major nutrients that your banana plant requires, these nutrients are actually low. Nitrogen is just 10%. P, phosphorus, it is also low. So we need to see how do we put the phosphorus. And then K is also very low. The K should be at least a level of more than 100.
From the results, what can I do to improve on my soil?
There's a fertilizer called NPK,
Yes,
which
I've never
has
heard of
17,
it.
17, 17.
Oh, it combines all the three.
It combines all those nutrients in one.
Okay. Fertilizers are important for the growth of plants because they provide nutrients not available in the soil. They replace nutrients removed from the soil during harvest and help balance the soil for better quality and yields.
Is the soil test something expensive to do?
That one sample can cost you about 50,000 Uganda shillings because that cost of soil testing can just be covered by 2 bunches of matoke. If each bunch is costing you 25,000.
25,000.
So you need only 2.
It's another brand new day at the Kazibwe family farm in Namazala village, Bugobia parish, Busede sub-county. Yesterday, we taught this family about the importance of soil fertility and how it can help boost crop productivity in their Shamba.
We still have a lot more shaping up to do.
Uganda has one of the fastest growing populations in the world. With the large population comes a high demand for milk, as well as the potential to make a lot of money if done correctly.
Titus is so passionate about his family's dairy herd and wants to improve its milk production by aiming high. We have invited a dairy expert to tell us how the family can achieve this goal to boost their milk production.
With his ambition of being able to produce milk, his goals are genuine. However, feeds are what makes the farm. The more feeds you have, the more products you can get, regardless of the animals. Looking at these feed resources, we can see that they contain some good amount of sugar, they contain some good amount of fiber. But if we are to go into high production, we need to supplement so that these animals can get a good source of protein and be able to produce the quantities that he intends to have.
How many animals do you have here?
Right now, we have 13 animals.
Oh, okay. And how much land do you have that provides the feeds for them?
The land for feeds is 1.5 acres.
Doctor,
Yes.
is that applicable?
Every animal should be entitled to an acre of feed. And it is within this acre that we can grow the energy-giving foods, the protein, the bodybuilding foods, and then we can supplement with some minerals and the other concentrates as is required by the animal. And my recommendation would be that he sources other areas where he can get feed.
You will need to feed a cow at least 3% of its body weight every day. For example, a 300-kilogram cow should eat 9 kilograms of feed per day. 75%, that is 7 kilograms of feed, should be fodder. Fodder is a mix of fresh and dry grass, hay, maize stover, and bean stalks. 20%, that is 2 kilograms of this, should be concentrates like dairy meal. The last 5%, that is 500 grams of feed, should be supplements. These are minerals and salts and protein supplements. Make sure your drinking trough always has plenty of clean water for your cows. Remember, milk is mostly water. In Uganda, typically, farmers depend completely on the rainy season, waiting for the rains to come before they plant crops.
The climate is changing, So now the planting season is uncertain. Rains come or don't come. They are too heavy, too light, or too late. Using a drip irrigation system, we should be able to grow year-round, feed our families, and put food directly into the local markets.
Come on. I was busy doing something.
I know, but this is also important.
What is important?
Stop complaining. Here. Go. The expert is waiting.
We're going to use this in the farm.
Yes.
But I'll get to it.
It is okay. Go.
The rains are ugly.
Oh, you're here. Mr. Roland.
Yes.
The heavens are opening. It is the rainy season. Why do we need this?
You know that as our crop grows, we have different stages in crop growth. So we are having rains right now, but we shall have a moment that the rain will stop and we can no longer have any more rains. So we need this so that we can be able to bridge the gap between when the rains have stopped and our final stage of harvest.
So this is all we need for the irrigation?
No, this is part of the irrigation, and this is exactly drip irrigation.
What is drip irrigation?
Drip irrigation is where we ensure that a low rate of application of water to the root zone of the plant, such that we're able to accommodate the growth of the plant through the application of the water. We are maximizing the usage of water to the plant.
So can we set it up now?
No, we need our tank here to be at least 3 meters high. The reason why we need it to be at that height is that we want to achieve pressure which will enable our water to flow onto our crops, the vegetables or the bananas or the cocoa which we have in the garden, so that we are able to irrigate through the pipes and we shall get our crops having water at the root zone using gravity pressure. Why drip and not any other type of irrigation? Yes. Reason why we engage in drip is that one, drip is able to save us at least 30 to 40% water. So we do not need much water to irrigate our crops. Second is that drip irrigation is about 90% efficiency. So we are able to achieve our goal of, instead of having our water being wasted, we shall be able to achieve 90%. I know wastage is minimal. Then there's less labor is incurred. It's a matter of coming here, turning your tap, and you see the rest in the garden. So there's less labor being used. So at the end of the day, we shall have our crop growing well.
Yes.
We shall have using less water, less expenses, and maximizing the use of available water which we have.
So are we ready to install this?
We have to set up this.
Don't worry about that.
Yes.
We have magicians.
Yes.
Caris! Whoa! Aha! Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes. Okay. Hey, we're putting up. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. Yeah. Slowly. Slowly.
Drip irrigation operates under low pressure, hence does not require pumps to push water through the system. Drip irrigation can operate purely on gravity. This means reduced energy costs.
I've really learned a lot. I mean a lot. It has been so awesome. We've learned how to manage the animals, how to work on the feeding with the milk production. we are going to shoot high. And our dream for the yogurt, this is just a plus. What I have to tell you, the next time you're coming back, come with cans. There will be some milk for you to take away. My advice to the youth out there, this is self-employment. With agriculture, it is a sure win. Embrace agriculture and there will be no regrets.
That's all we have for you this week.
See you next time on the Shambashape app, Uganda!
Bye-bye!